bursts his bonds to fight for justice. With his companions, Ookla the Mock and Princess Ariel, he pits his strength, his courage, and his fabulous sun's sword against the forces of evil. He is Thundar, the Barbarian.
Wow, that's a blast from the past. I remember being about 5 years old in Dallas watching that and loving it on television, because they only really had cartoons on Saturday morning, so once a week my mom would let me watch cartoons, and I'd sit there eating Rice Krispies and scrambled eggs and watching Thundar the Barbarian. And see, in 1999, the comet didn't come and kill us. It's 2011. But comets do hit the Earth, and we can't trust the government to put a space-based weapon system up there to blast them, because they would just use it as a weapon system against us here on the planet. But I'm going to try to walk through all this now and talk to James in Japan and others. If you just joined us here today, if you just joined us, obviously you know the big news. It's everywhere. But the different angle we're going to go with is what manipulates the inside of the Earth and its magnetic field. Well, it just so happens that two things coincided together in the last 48 hours or less, starting Wednesday morning. Several different things happened, and actually the Daily Mail is reporting on one of them. Is the Japanese earthquake the latest natural disaster to have been caused by the supermoon? The powerful tsunami that today slammed in Japan's eastern coast comes just 2 days after warnings that the movement of the moon could trigger unprecedented events. We have a leading solar physicist who particularly specializes in the moon joining us coming up. Astra sites predicted that the March 19th, a week tomorrow, the so-called supermoon will be closer to the Earth than any time since 1992, only 221,567 miles away, and that this is a gravitational pull will bring chaos to Earth. And others predicted it as well. And we're going to be going over some of that, but the Daily Mail's reporting that. Also, we forget what hit us about 36 hours ago, and that was a massive solar flare that was directed right at the Earth and basically hit the southern area of the planet, Antarctica, blasting South Africa and Chile and other areas, and there was some electronic problems and some interference with satellites reported in the last 36 hours. In fact, here's a report out of iAfrica. Solar flare warning in South Africa. The Hermanus Space Weather Warning Center on Sunday said a large solar flare was currently being experienced, and then more flares again were fired in the next 2 days, hitting over the last 4 days, because it takes about a day for those to get here. It takes 7 minutes or so for the light to get here, but for the actual radiation that travels at a different speed, the flare itself, it can take 2 to 3 days. And so that's going on. You've got the Earth just being hit by these powerful magnetic fields and all sorts of different radiation and the wavelength. You got the moon close to the Earth. But don't worry, they're going to blame it on global warming or something. You can be assured of that. Now, I want to go to James in Japan. James in Japan, give us the report on what you're seeing, sir.
Yeah, hi, Alex. How are you?
Good, good. Go ahead.
Well, it was a pretty devastating earthquake. I'm located in Tokyo, and even before the earthquake happened, this kind of comes back to what you're saying about some magnetic field or whatever. You felt something was wrong. I mean, there were no clouds in the sky, and it started to rain, and I'd never seen that before, and it just got extremely hot. And then all of a sudden, luckily I was in the park with my son. It was his birthday today. And I personally felt like I was having a convulsion. And I asked him, I said, either I'm having a convulsion or the earth is like moving very, very hard. He says, Dad, I think we're going to die. and people in the park were running, and there's like pretty much nowhere that they could run to. And it's a safe place, the park. I mean, it's away from buildings, but they have about a 1940 locomotive in the park, and I took my son into that locomotive, and it's solid steel.
Well, James, thank you for stay there. No, don't thank me for having you on the show. Thank you for calling. Stay there. We're going to go to break. Tell us more about what you saw unfold. We'll take other calls from Japan, 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. Stay with us.
If you suffer from poor sleep, you need MyPillow. Guaranteed to be the most comfortable pillow you will ever own. Using a patented fill, MyPillow adjusts to your exact individual needs by gently supporting your head, shoulders, and neck. MyPillow has a natural built-in cooling effect, keeping your cervical nerves cool, giving you the best sleep of your life. MyPillow will never go flat and relieves snoring, migraines, sleep apnea, fibromyalgia, and many other disorders. It's antimicrobial, non-allergenic, dust mite resistant, and best of all, machine washable and dryable. MyPillow is made in the USA, has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau, comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an industry-leading 10-year warranty. Order today at MyPillow.com or call 952-442-6199. That's 952-442-6199. Mention coupon code GCN and receive 20% off your order. What do you have to lose except poor sleep? MyPillow.com, the most comfortable pillow you will ever own, guaranteed.
America, you've been warned. For weeks, we've been warning you about a single event we believe will happen in the next 12 months that will shake the very foundations of our nation. We've told you about the video that details this shocking prediction. So far, over 6 million people have watched this free video online. Have you? Again, this big event has nothing to do with war or the stock market, yet it could change everything about your normal way of life. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your family. Could this really happen? Well, the man who created this video has been right about many predictions in his career. He was among the first to predict the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. If you haven't taken time to watch this free video, do it right now. You may never think about America the same way again. You can find the free video at endofamerica3.com. Again, that's www.endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
HempUSA.org has a revolutionary wonder food for detoxing the body and rebuilding the immune system. Microplant powder can help unclog arteries and soften heart valves while removing heavy metals, virus, fungus, bacteria, and parasites. Plus, it cleans and purifies the blood, lungs, stomach, and colon. Keep your body clean with Microplant powder. Visit us at HempUSA.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract.
My name is Van, and I'm 68 years old, and I live in Vermont. In the spring of 2003, I started to have problems with my heart. It felt like my heart was pounding, made me feel breathless. I tried many different things to try to get some help for myself. Nothing did anything.
Heart and Body Extract is very powerful, very effective, and works quickly.
I saw one of Sharon's ads and ordered Heart and Body Extract. I noticed a difference quickly, within days. The episodes became less frequent, and by a month had completely vanished.
Usually you find a 30-day or 60-day guarantee. Heart and Body Extract comes with a lifetime 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. Call 866-295-5305. 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
James in Japan, got David waiting. Piers Richard Corbyn, weatheraction.com. He's a meteorologist, astrophysicist, consultant, owner of businesses, Weather Action, which even the mainstream media has had to admit, because he's on record, predicted with over 90% certainty exactly what's going to happen with the weather a year out. Nobody else can do that because the main meteorologists don't follow the moon. The moon controls the oceans. It controls a lot of tectonic activity. It controls how much solar winds are hitting the Earth as a shield when it's between the Earth and the sun. It's a space wind tunnel out there. He's coming up to get into what could be triggering this. But let's talk to James in Japan. So, James, where are you in Japan? What did you witness? You and your son had to escape to the park, to the high ground. What happened?
Yeah, well, we were in the park when it happened, so we escaped into an old locomotive they keep in the park for kids to see. And so we were pretty safe, fortunately. But what made this earthquake so different than others, which Japan has hit quite a bit by earthquakes, besides the intensity, was the length of it. I mean, this must have lasted about 1.5 to 2 minutes. It was long, and you just basically felt like it was over. You're going to die.
Well, it was an 8.9, and we're showing video right now of houses, buildings, like Tinker Toys, just being pushed by the giant tsunami, explosions. And I've got some bad news. I want you to continue, James, and go to David. Pressure is rising at the damaged Japanese nuclear power plant, raising fears. It could melt down. How close are you to this particular nuclear reactor in this area of northeast of Tokyo?
Well, that nuclear plant, that's maybe a few hundred miles away. But the bad news about it is the Japanese government, unfortunately, like the American government, never tells the truth all the time. When there was previously a nuclear leak, they never told you about it. And other leaks came out that they never told you about, even though employees were radiated and killed.
So it could be worse than we're even being told.
Absolutely, if you judge on what the government, how they lied.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like giant nuclear facilities. They're too dangerous. And meanwhile, the environmentalists want them instead of coal. And coal is just fabulous. And now I've seen the greenies on TV, on C-SPAN, saying, go nuclear, get rid of our plants. And they're building nuke reactors everywhere. And there's only a matter of time till we're all Chernobyl. Are you and your family concerned right now? They're saying this plant could go China syndrome and blow sky high.
I'm absolutely concerned. And what makes it even more devastating for people is there's been no phone service all day, so if you have if you weren't able to get home due to the fact that the trains have stopped in Tokyo, you can't even contact your family members to see if they're okay. I own a house actually 2 hours north, which is oceanfront, and I can't even find out if my house was swept away by a tsunami.
And for ignorant people that don't know, your regular phone service is out. You're calling us via computer phone?
Yeah, I'm calling via Skype, Alex.
Yeah, that's what we thought. People find contradictions when there are none. Well, sir, again, where are you on the map? And we'll put the name in and pull it up for people watching on PrisonPlanet.tv. What's the name of the town you're in?
Well, I'm in an area called Nakameguro in Meguro Ward in Tokyo.
So you're in Tokyo, and how bad has Tokyo itself been hit?
Well, there's been, for example, there are water pipes that have burst in my building, and elevators don't work.